Welcome back to the warbossfitz channel, everybody. Today we are going to be looking at the Kingdom of Angels, and this is what we got. We got a bunch of angry nuns. Yes, we went this route with the theme, a bunch of nuns. So what do we got in the list? We got 3 squads of 10 scout nuns here. They're going to be having, they all have furious and scouts, and then they have, normally they have bows, but I gave them slings because close enough. Then we have 3 units of regular nuns here. They all have flails is what they're armed with. One attack at AP1. They all have angelic ward, so they have a 6+ extra save. They are furious, and then all 3 squads are being led by an abbess, which gives them all +1 to hit. And then in the back over here, we have 2 squads of paladins led by champions, who also are giving them +1 to hit, so they all have great weapons. These are all AP2, and they're going to be hitting out of 2. And then over in the corner, because I got so many models I couldn't actually fit them all in the shot, we've got 2 squads of 10 penitents. So let's see who they're fighting against today. On this side of the board, we have some Havoc Dwarves. And what do we got in Havoc Dwarves? We got 2 leaders that have the Sadist upgrade, giving the 2 squads of 20 cultists the essentially undead rule, where they roll if they fail a morale test. But with these 2 having a 4+ quality on them, hopefully they don't do that much. Next, we have 2 leaders back here with 2 shotgun squads. Those leaders are Caster 2, and the shotgunners, they are 2 shots apiece at 9 inches at AP1. Then we have 3 weapon teams over here, armed with mortars, 3 siege wagons back here that have twin cannons, and 3 Havoc artillery with the rockets. So unlike our last game with these, where the blast did not come into effect very much because that was a very elite army, we got a lot of nuns on the board. So all the blast weapons are going to help us out. So here's our board today. It looks a little bit disjointed because we use the advanced rules terrain generator for the generic planes, throwing out all kinds of stuff. We're supposed to have 3 large forests or fields, 6 line of sight blockers, 3 large ruins, and 1 large hill. We're also supposed to have 5 barricades, but I've come to realize I don't have very many barricades. So I'm going to be spending the next couple weeks building fences. Also, for this mission, we are going to be using an advanced deployment called Disordered Deployment, where it's going to be the 4 table corners we have marked out on the board already with the dice. And our mission is going to be Relic Hunt, where we're going to be taking these 3 objectives here, putting them on the board like normal for the objectives, but then after that, you can pick them up and move with them with whichever unit took a hold of them. And if that unit gets stunned or destroyed or runs off the board, they drop the objective and it is back in play. And also, we're going to be... Start that over. Don't want to crowd the noise. And also, we're going to be using a different way to activate. We're going to be using random activations where we're going to take a different colored dice, throw them in a bag, and then pull them out one by one. And whoever's dice gets pulled, that's who's going to activate. The yellow are going to be the dwarfs, and the green are going to be the nuns. So things might get a little bit spicy in this game. Hey, everybody. This is Editor Fitz, coming to you with a little jump into the video. The alternating activations was a fun addition, but I definitely screwed up by using this jar over a bag. So I'm going to skip most of the segments where we pulled the dice out of the container because there's an awful lot of this noise. Now, once again, we're going through the bucket. Oh, gosh. So unless there's some joke that one of us said, you're not going to hear that again. You're welcome. So here we go. We're going to do what we normally do. Uncle C is going to figure out who he's playing as. Low is the dwarfs. High is the nuns. What you got? Looks like you are going to be playing as the nuns. Now, here we go. Let's see who is going to go first. I got a 4 with the dwarves. And he got a 4. I'll do that again. 2. Okay, stop it. 6.
It's cockeyed.
All right, fine. 2. There you go. You're going to be able to go... Oh, wait. We don't know who goes first because we got our lovely jar of activation. So this is just going to be for setup. We'll be back after we're done. All right, it's time to look at deployment over here. We got some nuns. We got some scout nuns out front. More nuns back there. Penitents, scout nuns, And then we have nuns, paladin, paladin, penitents. Over on the dwarf side, we got some mortars, rockets, mortars in the back. And then we have our cultists, shotgunners, rockets, war wagons, and cultists. And for our objectives, this is where they got put down. We got 1, 2, and 3. Now remember, whenever you pick up an objective, it gets attached to the unit, and then they carry it around as they go. And if they get stunned or destroyed, it drops and it is back in play. So we are now going to go to the wonderful let's see who goes next bucket. So let's see who is going to be first. Remember, the dwarves are yellow. It looks like we're going to have dwarves going first. So first activation, what we're going to do is we're going to have this mortar squad. It's going to launch bloop, its indirect fire into that unit of nuns right there. All right, starting off, we got 3 shots. They are blast of 3 and indirect. Hitting on a 4. Well, we got 1 hit. So come here, Mrs. Nun.
God is watching. Make good choices.
We'll see. Roll them dice. Bip, bip, bip. So 3 dead nuns. 1, 2, 3. And it begins. Okay, this activation, the unit of nuns going to go forward 6, and then they're going to start slinging some arrows and stuff into that unit there. So 10 shots on a 4. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. Okay, 5, 6 misses. Okay, so 4 hits. Cultist save on a 6. Oh yeah, we got 4 dead cultists. So, poof, 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 poof. Oh no, not my cultists. Now we got some more. Oh wait, nope. The paladin's going to go up there. Are they going to grab that objective?
Yep.
All right, go ahead and just put it next to them, and that shall be theirs for now. Ta-da! Next, we're going to have this unit of the rocket battery here. It's going to fire over at those paladins that just picked up the objective. Plus, I just remembered Angelic Ward with this, so we're going to do that too. So first, Angelic Ward. Oh, you get 1 back. All right, cool. Rocket battery, 2 attacks on a 4. Oh, we got 2 hits. It's going to turn into 6 on those paladins. AP 1, so they save on a 5. No, wow, I can't argue with that. So we got 2 hits here. Well, 2 to go through. They have Angelic Ward. So, nope. So there goes 2 paladins. 4, bip, bip. Next activation, we're just going to keep on going down the line. The mortar squad is going to bloop into those paladins. We're going to try to make them drop it. 3 shots on a 4. Hey, we got all 3 this time. That's going to be 9 hits. Saving on a 4 with no AP. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3 saves, and then this many, so it'll be 6 Angelic Wards. Save 1 more, so there goes 5. Time for them to take a morale test. Ooh, they're going to fail. So we have that many go down. They are going to be pinned there, or stunned, and then that's back in play. So we got those nuns over there. They are going to double time hustle 12 inches up to there. Once again, we're going to have more mortars going bloom. They can't quite reach the paladin, so they're going to fire at the scouts. 3 shots on a 4. We got 2. That's going to be 6 with blast. Save it on a 5. Okay, we got 2 saves, and then Angelic Ward. Nothing. So there goes 4 more. Time for a morale test. No, your nuns are just not motivated today.
The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away.
No, just 4. So there goes those 4. And then another Marble of Doom. They are stunned. We've got a big unit of paladins. They're going to take off that way. So over here, what we're going to do, we're going to have this unit of occultists. They're going to come up here and snag that objective. So we'll just keep it right there as everybody else clumps around. There we go. Okay, unit of nuns in the back. They go forward 12. Ta-da! Okay, we have the penitents on that side moving forward to there. Ta-da! All right, it's time to move out the war wagons. Well, we are going to have these guys. They're just going to be moving 12 inches, or no, they are slow. 8 inches to there. We got another unit of nuns moving forward. Yes, I might be having a stroke.
Might be?
And they're going to be close enough to snag that objective there. Boop.
I thought they had it.
No, they dropped it already because they got stunned. So now it goes to them. Okay, here in the middle we got these nuns. They're going to be moving to there, the scout nuns. And they will snag that objective. Because of that, our next artillery system is going to fire at those scout nuns right in the middle. 2 shots out of 4. We got 1 hit, so that'll be 3 hits at AP1, meaning those girls go down to a 6 to save.
Scouts?
Yeah.
Shot up at 6.
Okay, 6 to save. So nothing but angelic ward. Nothing, so they lose 3. 1, 2, 3. And once again, that artillery piece over there, the last artillery piece, is going to fire at those scout nuns. 2 shots, 1 hit, saving on a 6, nothing, and then saving on a 6, nothing. So now you are at under half morale test time. Yeah, they're fine. So 1, 2, 3, there they go. Next activate, we're going to have this squad of shotgunners. They are going to go with their 8 inches to right. There. No one's in range to fire if we only go 4. We got little legs. We're coming. We got our unit of 20 cultists over there. They're going to move out here in the middle. Like that. We're going to have our unit of shooters over here. They are going to move, well, right about there. And then I know that both of the shooter units have casters. I just have decided against it. So both the casters here are going to be at strength 4 when we get to the next turn. We're going to have this war wagon over here double back to right there. Last unit for them to activate are the penitents. They're going to move forward 12 to right about there. And then last one, of course, is going to be dwarfs. And that's going to be this one over here. It's also going to double back this way and park itself right there. So here we are at the end of turn number 1. We got the Havoc Dwarves hold 1 objective, and then the Nuns hold 2. Now, as these units move, the objective moves with them. We're going to see what kind of fun stuff happens on turn number 2. Okay, over here, we're going to have our shotgunners. They're going to go forward 4 inches, because we got little legs. Like that. And then we are going to shoot into that squad there with our shotguns. They are going to get cover, so our AP1 doesn't seem to matter. And then our caster has 4 points on him right now. And he's not really in range to do anything else but, affect that unit there. And I don't care if any of these units get flying and extra movement right now. So we're just going to hold on. He's going to have 6 when it comes to the next turn. So here we go. We got 10 shotguns hitting on a 4. 2. Good job, guys. Saving on the 5. Nope, but angelic ward. 1 goes down. Time for a morale test. And they are going to be stunned, which means they drop it. So 1 goes down, 1 there, and then this bloop, drops off. We got the paladins. They're going to be charging in over here. That might be a problem. So here we go. We got lots of great weapons, lots of attacks. Everything hits at a 2 because they have the skill for that. I forgot what it's called. I'll pop it up on the screen now. There you go. Aha! I still won't miss.
I'm happy for you.
All right, saving on a 6 because we are weedy. Okay, we got 2 saves. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 go down. Yeah. Uh-oh. So we got 10 attacks with the cultists and then 4 attacks with the leader with his dual hand weapons. Blacks are going to hit on a 4, whites hit on a 6. Wow, you absolutely suck, buddy. But we got 4 hits on the paladins. They failed 2, but they do have the angelic ward on a 6. Nothing, so there goes 2 paladins. But they definitely won combat. Cultists We're going to fail morale, but we have sadistic. That counts as the undead rule. We got 13 wounds left in there. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that means we got 4 dudes and the champion left. Absolute massacre. So is it 2 paladins down, and then that many dead cultists. And the paladins back up an inch. Next over here, those scouts, they're going to charge up the hill. It's only 6-inch distance, but because of the vertical, it's 9 inches. They're going to be able to make it in there. So here we go. Hitting on a 4 with Furious. For that many hits. Saving on a 6. Ooh, I actually saved 3 of them. So 3 of the cultists go down. And then their leader and all of the other cultists are going to fight back. White's on a 6, black's on a 4. Well, at least we got 1 hit out of the champion this time. Not terrible. We got 8 hits overall. Saving on a 5. Oh, okay, we got 4 saves right there. Angelic Ward. Nothing. So they're going to lose 4, which means they actually lose combat. They were only able to kill 3 of the cultists. Morale test. And they're going to be stunned. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, come on.
1, 2, 3. And they're going to be stunned. Wow, we got an awful lot of stunned markers out here today. Our unit of shotgunners here. We are just going to maneuver around to where our leader is going to be there. The shotgun's going to fire into the paladins, and then the leader is going to fire off some magic. He's going to take all 4 of his points that he has, and he's going to put it into the black rune for 2 enemy units within 12, which are these 2 units here, trying to get 6 hits apiece. Okay, first up, black rune, looking for a 3. And of course, I fail. Of course I fail. So we're going to make up for it here. We got 20 shots going into the paladins on a 4. For that many hits. AP1, saving on a 5. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 that passed. Now it's time for Angelic Ward. For nothing. So it'll be 6. Morale test. They're going to pass. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Then once I kill the champion.
Yep. So you're down to 2 left. So he's just going to hold with them and then take it back. Awesome. Okay, we got our unit of penitents moving up to there. Next activation. This unit up here, they are going to take off running. So it's a 1.5, 1.5. For 3 total, so 5. This is as far as we can go. There to there. It's not easy being slow. There it is. Got unit nuns moving forward. Running headlong into the war wagon. Dun dun dun. Alright, just to stuff all that up, our war wagon is going to thud. So here we go. Rather than having just 2 shots from the heavy cannons, we're going to go ahead and charge in here. We got 6 attacks, hitting on a 4. Great. 1 hit total. Yeah. And they're going to pass on a 4. So for the nuns, I got the white dice. I want to take a piece of AP1, and the black dice is the abyss. 3 attacks at AP2. For that many, we got 3 at 1 and 2 at 2. Armor save's normally a 3, so looking for a 4 on these, and then a 5 on those, so we end up taking 1 wound, which is, more than they did. So, morale test, and it's going to be stunned, of course. So that was very productive. He backs up an inch, he is stunned, and then down to 5 wounds left. Good job, buddy. So over here we have these cultists. They're going to charge that group over there because they are within 8. Like that. So here we go. We got lots of attacks here. 4 from the champion, or 4 from the leader, and then 4 from the cultists, all hitting on a 6. For a whopping 1. Save it on a 5. Of course it does. 3 attacks back on a 6. For nothing. So just slap fighting. Nothing happened. And that's what we end up with. I made a joke earlier this week that this was like a fight of the 2 B teams. These are 2 armies that definitely need more love. And, man, it feels like it. Over here in the back corner, We got some penitents coming up to fight against the weapon teams. One attack piece hitting on a 5 with Furious. Okay, we got a little bit of Furious. We got 1, 2 Furious, and we got 2 regular hits, meaning that it is a total of a 6.
I'm not furious, I'm just kind of angry.
You just kind of, Water teams save on a 5. So we're going to take 3 wounds. That means 1 whole weapon team is down. We're down to 2 weapon teams. They fight back. 2 attacks apiece. Hitting on a 4 for 1 whole hit. And they save. Oh, good lord. Okay. Morale test, and the mortars are going to be stunned. So there we go. One of the mortars is gone. This guy's back up an inch and stunned. Wow, this is definitely a slap fight of a game. So over here, next, we are going to activate Rocket Battery. It's going to fire into those penitents over there, because that might be a problem later. So there we go. We got 2 shots on a 4. We got 1 hit, AP 1, but it doesn't really matter because they kind of suck in the armor department anyways. So we got 3 that go down. Not enough for a morale test. So, boop, boop, boop. Those are gone. So we got the sisters with the objective. They're going to run forward and attack the, what are they called? The cultists. Yeah. So there we go. We got all their attacks. Hitting on the 3 with Furious. So after all that, we got 1 Furious, and it is from the Abyss. Doesn't matter because my armor kind of sucks anyways. Or it doesn't kind of. It actually sucks. On a 6. Yeah, they're dead. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then since these guys already activated, we take one of the yellow dice that is out, and we just kind of throw it away. So here we go. We're going to activate this unit of mortars. They're going to go bloop and fire on the unit of Scout Sisters right there. So here we go. 3 shots, 2 hits. Save it on a 5. Okay, so you fail that many, but then Angelic Ward.
Still gonna fail that many. Told you.
You fail 4. Okay, so there's only 4 left. So they're going to go squish. Leaving that objective open to pick up now. Okay, now we're back to more artillery time. We're going to have this rocket battery come forward and land on that squad there. 2 shots on a 4. Hey, we got 2 hits. These are going to be 6 going through at AP 1. So the sisters save on a 5. So they got 2 saves. And then Angelic Ward. Okay, they only lose 2. Boop, boop. Okay, we got this unit of nuns. They're going to move forward. They're not in range to charge, so they're just going to hang out right there. Okay, that unit is going to recover. Okay, running on the theme here, this unit of mortars, bloop, over into that unit of sisters, or nuns. 3 shots on a 4. Yeah. Okay, 1 hit. Saving on the 4. Okay, we got 2 that went through. Angelic Ward. Okay, 2 go through, so that means you're down another 2. You're still over half. So 1, 2. Okay, we'll keep it easy this time. We're just going to recover this unit here. Ta-da. Last, the artillery, the big rocket battery. Again, we're picking on that same unit over there. 2 shots on a 4. We got 1. Saving on a 5. So we got 1 save, and then Angelic Ward. They saved them both. Well, fine then. Be that way. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to have this wagon charge there. 6 attacks on a 4. 2. Oh, man, these wagons really suck, don't they? Save it on a 4. 1, and then angelic stuff. Oh, I killed 1. All your attacks back on a 3. All right, got 1, 2, 3, 4 misses. Whites are on a 4, blacks are on a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I lose combat with the war wagon, so morale test on a 4, and it fails. So I kill a whole whopping 1, and then because he's below half and failed his morale test, he says, screw this, I'm out. More doors.
There's only 1 dice left in there, and it's mine, so I'm just going to recover.
Okay, we'll do that. So he's just going to unstun there. And then next activation, we're going to do the same thing. Thud. What is it? You do the same thing over and over again, trying to get different result. That's the definition of insanity. Ooh, look. Hey, oh, look at that. 5 hits this time. Save it on a 4. So, boop, boop. And then Angelic Ward. So you lose 3. All right. All right, attacking back on a 6. Ooh, 1 hit. Save it on a 4. Oh my god, it saves. Morale on a 4. And they're going to be stunned. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Backs up an inch and stunned. At the end of turn number 2, we have 1 dwarf objective. We have 1 that has been dropped in the middle, and then we have 1 being carried by the nuns. So we're headed into turn number 3. We got a whole bunch of stuff left on the board. This is our dice is just not dicing. All right, turn number 3. So we got some stuff going on over here. We're going to have these guys, they're going to go 4 because they're moving into the fields, and quite possibly the fields are taller than they are.
Definitely.
I'm just a little guy.
Congratulations, you've recreated Children of the Corn.
They're going to go there, and they're going to shoot at this squad over here that is carrying that objective. And then, because he's got 6 points left, he is going to use, what is it, the black thing, the one that gives 6 attacks for people within 12. He's going to use it on those 2 squads there. And we're going to boost it with everything, so it goes off on a 2. So here we go, fully boosted, going off on a 2. Oh, there we go. I was getting ready to say this game sucks. I never win. So we got 6 going into the penitents. It's going to be 6 dead penitents because they don't have Angelic Ward. I don't think they do. Do they have Angelic Ward?
No.
No. Okay. And then we have 6 into a unit of nuns, saving on a 4. So they save 3, and then they do have Angelic Ward.
They saved 4.
Oh, they saved 4. There we go. See, I'm trying to cheat. Okay, so they lose 2 nuns. So, penitents are down to 1 morale test. They are going to pass. All right, time for shotguns. There we go. 20 shots on a 4. Ooh, not terrible.
Just for me.
Well, getting shotgun to the face is no one's happy about that. Saving on a 5. Okay, we got 2 saves there, and then an Angelic Award.
There's not enough Angelic Ward to save me on that one. See?
1. So that will be 5, 7. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you got 2 wounds left?
Yeah.
Down to 2. And then morale test for her. Just roll it on the board right next to her. She's going to fail, so she is going to be stunned. Okay, over here we got the Paladins charging in. Okay, everybody's hitting on a 2. Oh, that one still missed. And then saving on the 6 because you're AP a lot. So there goes 3 gunners. So then we got 13 attacks back, 7 from the squad. Or no, 10 attacks back, 7 from the squad, 3 from the champion. Hitting on a 4 for 4. Saving on a 4. Ooh. That's going to wipe him. But I forgot Angelic Ward. All right. The Paladin leader's alive left with 1 wound, and we're going to tie combat 3 and 3. So, bloop. And then this one is alive with 1 wound left. All the way over there, charging into my war wagon. Okay, here we go. Everyone hitting on 3. With the Furious. So that's going to go right there. And then that's going to go right there. So everything hit. Whites are saving on a 4. Blacks on a 5. And that's going to be the end of that war wagon. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So bloop. And bloop. So then back here, we got penitents that are going to go into the mortar squad again. Hitting on a 5 with Furious. They got 1 Furious, so let's keep that there. Do. So 4 hits total. Mortar saving on a 5. Bleh, nothing. So we got 1 left with 2 wounds. It's going to fight back. 2 attacks. 1 hit. 1 dead penitent. Morale test for the mortar. And it fails. So back here in our dice pile. So 1 dies, and then these 2 disappear. And then they get to just kind of wander this direction. More nuns. Good lord. Look at it. 4-1 so far. So here we go in the middle. That crackhead penitent's taking the objective from us. Next activate. I'm pulling him this time. Ha. There. My turn. Dang it. So all the way on that side of the board, we're going to have this guy fire over there. 2 shots. 1 hit. Save on a 5. Fail them all with Angelic Ward. There we go. They lose 3. Still not enough to cause a morale test, though. 1, 2, 3. All right. Next up, we got this squad here. It's going to be our second squad of shooters. We're going to go forward 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. And then, man, we're kind of running out of targets here. So we are going to do... He's got 2 points. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our caster and we're going to say Insanity Rune within 12. We're going to put it on him. So hopefully he takes 2 hits. And then we are going to shoot at that one there. So hopefully kills that one and drops that objective. So there we go. First off, Insanity Rune. We're putting both points that we have into it. So it goes off on a 3. And it does. That is going to be 4 hits. Saving on a 6. And that takes him out. So that means that objective is up for grabs. And then shooting. 14 shots hitting on a 4. For that many hits. Saving on a 5. Okay, we got 2 saves there. And then Angelic Ward. That'll do it. So that removes them and her, meaning both of those objectives are now up for grabs again. Unstun. Recovering up there. Got the unit of paladins. They're going to move forward to take that objective. Son of a bitch. More nuns. Oh, for God's sakes. We got a unit of scout nuns. Yeah, they take that one. There's some dwarves. All right. Okay, now we're going to work on our artillery. So this rocket battery is going to fire into those paladins. 2 shots. 1 hit. Saving on a 5 because it's AP 1. So you're going to lose 2. Well, Angelic Ward. On a 6. They fail, so they do lose 2. Morale test. They're going to pass. So that'll be 2 down, but they still hold it. All right, now I'm going to pull, and we end up with nuns. Okay, I give up. All right, this is the point where we realize he's got nothing left. I've been forgetting to pull out the green dice. So now it is all of the Chaos Dwarf stuff left. I'm going to go ahead and move things, and then we're going to come back and show you the action. So what we did for movement, we had our unit of cultists that are carrying that objective. They took off running, and then the war wagon, because the other war wagons have such a stellar, track record. It's just being a body blocker right now. So then we have 2 mortar squads and 1 rocket battery. We're going to start off with a rocket battery going after the paladins, and then we're going to see what these 2 are going to do. So here we go with rockets on a 4. Okay, only 1 hit, but there's only 2 of them left, so it's just blast 2. Saving on a 5. They're both going to fail. Angelic Ward. They both fail that, so that means it's down to the character with 2 wounds left. Morale test. It's going to pass. So there we go. Down to 2, and that 1 is gone. So now we have this mortar squad is going to bloop and fire into that unit in the field. Here we go. 3 shots on a 4 and only 1 hit. Saving on a 4. 2 go down. Angelic Ward. Yep, 2 go down. Last wound, or morale test, and they are going to fail. So, 1, 2, stunned, and back in play. Last activation, we have this unit of mortars, and they don't really have a good unit between these 2, but it's going to fire that paladin because it's still technically holding the objective. 3 shots. It doesn't matter, they missed anyways. So here we are at the end of turn number 3. We have 1 Havoc Dwarf objective here. 1 is out in the open, and 1 is being held onto by a very wounded paladin. Let's see what happens in turn number 4. So here we go. First activation, turn number 4. These little bastards, they're going to grab a hold of this objective. Like this. It's ours. We've only been walking this direction for 4 turns. little extra wiggle. We're going to end up like that. And then what we are going to do is we're going to put the Insanity Rune here from our caster, and then we're going to shoot over here, and not everybody is going to be in range. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 guns that are in range. So it's going to be 10 shots. So here we go. Insanity Rune. We are putting 2 points into it. It goes off on a 3. And it fails. Uh-oh, that might come back to bite me. So 10 shotguns, we got, or 5 shotguns, we got 10 shots on a 4. So 4 total. Saving on the 5 with Angelic Ward. So you lose 4. Now it's time for a morale test. And they fail. Stunned in 1, 2, 3, 4. So they are down to 2. So with his activation up, Uncle C does not see a path to victory because he's not going to be able to get that away from me there. If that unit was still alive, that's why I had to rejiggle where they went. If that unit was still alive, it could have charged in, but now they're stunned, so not so much. So at the end, it is going to be 1 for the Kingdom of Angels and 2 for the Havoc Dwarves. For a Havoc Dwarf of victory, this might be the first Havoc Dwarf of victory we've had on the channel. Yay! So, Havoc Dwarves finally won.
Kind of disappointed. I was hoping the gag would just keep going.
The gag. Yeah, we had a running joke that Havoc Dwarves kind of suck. It's sad, though, because they might be the first 3D printed army I made. Just because Chaos Dwarves were cool and they weren't available at the time. So I decided I was going to make a ton of them, which you did. So, yeah, that was the Kingdom of Angels.
They suck.
Well, yeah, kind of.
Well, at least against this army.
Well, the way I built them, they're not great. I don't know, man. I made a joke earlier in the week that I thought this was a fight of the B team, to where 2 armies that haven't been shown any love by one-page rules. They haven't, like, if there was more options available, if they had another go-through, both of these armies I think could be cool. But as I stand right now, that felt like a slap fight. Oh no.
Literally.
Yeah, so I'm sure in the future, when they go over the armies again, these 2 will get better. So that will do it for this out here. Let's head and go inside and see who the next one is going to be. Well, I've already spun the wheel. And it is going to be the High Elves. And this time they're coming on fiery phoenix wings. So we're going to see what they do in a couple weeks.
More High Elves?
More High Elves. Yeah.
Because it didn't take me months upon months to beat the elemental versions.
Okay, these are fantasy versions.
Great.
Fantasy versions. They had a dragon last time. There's no dragon this time. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 5 birds, 10 infantry. But no, technically there's 8 birds. You'll see. You guys will see too. That'll do it for us out here in the garage. I hope you guys are having fun playing OPR wherever you are. And we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.